Hello and welcome to A Tribe Called Cars. My name is Ben Griffin and this video is all about the best recent YouTube comments. Assuming there were any. Oh dear. So, as many of you guys know, I like to do a recent YouTube's comment thing at the end of most videos, but not all of them. I do this for a number of reasons, mainly because it's fun and I get to see what you guys have said and have a bit of a conversation through the tube of you. Now, I'll probably still do the odd few comments at the end of each video because it's nice, but many of you said you should do this as a standalone video and I asked a few of you as well, and so here we are. So I'm just going to read comments, respond to them, have a bit of fun, and play some SnowRunner gameplay in the background. Nothing too complicated, but hopefully it should be enjoyable. Possibly. No promises. So I think we should address the floating crate in the room. That is the floating crate. I test a lot of vehicles in this area, and basically, as many of you have noticed, there is a floating crate. There's actually a few, but they're out of shot. Uncle Manuel is one of these people. I tried to ignore the floating crate at the top right. I failed. Yes, you have. Massively. Basically, I don't know if the bug still happens, but if you tow a trailer too close to the 420 Tartarin, and I think some other trucks, it just randomly explodes and everything goes into the air, but it doesn't necessarily come back down. So that's how that happened. I definitely enjoy it, and I think it's a nice feature in SnowRunner. This comment from Evan Moon said, "When you said pitchforks and flaming torches, I thought of Beauty and the Beast." Which is funny in itself, but he spelled Beast as Beats. So it's like a Disney rap album, which would be amazing. But yeah, Beauty and the Beats. I feel like that, if that isn't already a thing, that should definitely be a thing. Yeah, I feel like I should own up to a slight mistake in the Tega tyre video. I had the numbers correctly for the MHS or MSH tyres, and then I obviously read for the MHS or the MSH, and then I changed it to the wrong number. But it doesn't matter because my point still stands. If anything, actually, it sort of enhances my point about the TMHS ones being the best overall, really. So, happy days, but ultimately, well done, Ben, for being a bit of an idiot. Oops. Kiggity Cog said, lovely name, "Who put dirt in my mud?" Yeah, that was probably one of the weirdest sentences I've ever said. I think when making videos of SnowRunner, or video games in general, you have to be quite self-aware, because it is a digital truck in polygon-based mud, isn't it, really? It's all a little strange. Now, Turbo05, he guessed correctly the car at the end of the best mud tyre video. Now that's quite impressive because you don't really see too much of the dashboard. And also, if you're going on engine noise, the version I'm in is the FQ400, which sounds a little different to the numerous more standard versions. Yeah, good job. It's amazing actually that someone guessed the Audi RS7 in another one of the video endings. So yeah, you guys, your car knowledge is impressive, because I'm not sure I would have got that, and I'm the car journalist. But anyway, I suppose I'm not paid to look at the inside of a car, paid to drive it. But anyway, Timmy Gunn, there's dirt in this mud, mate. Exactly. See, that's why you guys watch my videos, for my incredible insight that you do not get anywhere else. This one's a nice comment because bit of indirect promotion. Jeremy Razimus. I hope I said that right. Razimus. Sounds like a warrior. "Your videos are such a joy to watch. I wish you millions of subscribers." Wow. Not just 10, tens, or hundreds, or thousands, millions. I guess if I stick around long enough, purely by attrition, I'll end up with quite a few. But whether a lot of people keep watching my videos is a very different thing. We'll see. I'm here to stay. I'm excited. We're nearly at 10,000 subscribers, which I remember very vividly when I had 30, and then I reached 100 and I thought, yeah, this is great. And then 1,000, I was like, yeah, this is great. And then the 5k, sort of reaching all these milestones, but then, you know, just the moment you get to it, you're sort of excited and motivated to keep going for the next milestone. But I think the 10k one actually, in my head, is quite significant. And then obviously after that, the 100k, because you get an award from YouTube. So both of those are just, wow, yeah, that's cool. Hopefully I can get there. Quite a few guys are happy about MudRunner Mobile. I'm not entirely sure how well this is going to work, because touchscreen controls are just a little bit fiddly. I mean, the bigger the screen, the bigger the button, and the less they take up of the space to see what you're doing in the game. But I think MudRunner and SnowRunner are quite precise games, so how well it works on the small screen, I'm unsure, but it seems pretty cool. Daddy33. I feel weird saying that. Said, sweet, my 5-year-old loves playing SnowRunner and myself. Now he can play and I don't need to buy another PS4. I mean, it's cool that a 5-year-old is playing SnowRunner. And also, yes, you can use that money to buy a PS5, which is the dream. Hopefully you're better at SnowRunner than a 5-year-old, but maybe not. Maybe he's super talented. Child prodigy. Who knows? So, Kotali Peasley Kuziak, it's a lovely name, responded to the end of my MudRunner mobile video. Sometimes I do cars, sometimes I do places, just for a bit of variety. And actually, because I'm quite lucky, I've travelled a reasonable amount. So anyway, the idea was to guess where it was. And he commented saying, hey, I know the place. And obviously, I bit the bait like a big fish. And then he said somewhere in the mountains. So, yes, you're right. It was somewhere in the mountains. In fact, if any of you actually know the answer instead of just trolling me, then let me know. Do I give a clue? It's a national park. There we go. That's not a huge clue. Oh, and it's in Europe. That helps. Okay, I'm going to narrow it down for you guys. Another comment from Catherine Curtis, who seems to watch all my videos, which is great. In fact, a lot of you guys seem to keep coming back. It's actually heartwarming. No, genuinely. But she said, holy, and I can't say this, family channel, remember? MudRunner is coming to mobile. I know, crazy. I didn't see that one coming. I've been refreshing the page, and I follow the Focus Home Twitter, just so I can have the release date for the Phase 1 DLC thing ready. Like, as soon as I know, I'm going to make a video. Like, the video is pretty much good to go. I just need to check the details and confirmation, and then you guys will know everything. But right now... yeah, we get news about MudRunner instead. Cosmic Panda. Cosmic Panda. I think it's Cosmic Panda. There we go, got it there in the end. Tire. Yeah, to be fair, the English spell it with a Y. North America and other places with an I. It's just a minefield, really, of spelling and grammar and punctuation. We like to put the U in things. That's not a euphemism. I mean, wow. Maybe I should start talking. So yeah, sorry guys, you get British spelling because I am British. Richard Timoney, who I recognise the name. I'm pretty sure you've made it into the best recent YouTube comments. You have the rare distinction of being in them twice, I think. I mean, I'm not keeping track, but I feel like that's the case. Anyway, he says, do you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine? I mean, obviously, yeah, that's why we put Captain Holt in. And it was a truck reference. I just wanted to find him saying something. Originally, I wanted the quote where he says crisps of varying textures, just because it's just pure Captain Holt. But yeah, when the truck one came along, I thought, well, it's SnowRunner. Perfect. There we go. But he is by far the best character. He's just so... so ridiculous. And so dry. It's quite a good show, not gonna lie. In fact, Stuart Leckie echoed the sentiment here for Captain Holt love. Yeah, exactly. He is the king. Not the Taiga King. That's Joe Exotic. Now, speaking of which, the Taiga has got a new skin that you can have already on the test server, and it will be coming in as part of Phase 1. You'll never guess what it is. It's got tigers on it. They've actually made a tiger skin for the Taiga King. I mean, wow. Do you think they were going to do that before the Taiga King video, or do you think it's like a weird tribute, purely coincidence? I don't know. I mean, in terms of video game design, it's not massively difficult to do the artwork for a truck, and they're just applying it to an existing model, but I don't know, I don't really think a channel this small would have that effect. But then, I don't know, stranger things have happened. I guess it's coincidence, but I'd be very happy if it was actually to do with the Taiga King video, but I doubt it. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that because it's kind of cool. Made me laugh. So I was surprised at this. Quite a few of you seem to tell me that my voice helps you sleep, which... I hope you just mean the sound and not what I'm saying, otherwise you're just saying I'm boring, which, you know, fair enough. We all have our own opinions. But yeah, Rowan, like Rowan Atkinson, but that would have a W. Rowan Eichmans said, you practically are my bedtime story. And then a smile, but a nervous one, because he's sweating. Not in real life. And then the crying laughter. So, I mean, if you guys keep coming back and it helps you sleep, then wonderful. This channel has not been a waste. So, okay, just scrolling through the comments. I do get a lot now. Like, I remember when I'd get 1 or 2, that was quite easy to manage. However, now, it's... yeah, I sort of go to sleep a few hours later and suddenly there's another wall of them, which is really cool. I mean, that's what I wanted. But I had to dedicate a little more time to going through them. Nikolai said, "Hey you, pin my freaking message, I love this channel." I don't pin messages except my own, and that's not because I'm anti-pinning, if that's a thing. It's purely because, yeah, I use it if I make a mistake or just to say something else without making the description too long, or, I don't know, just make a joke or something. And I tend to like all messages, unless they're really stupid, which, to be fair, that doesn't happen often, actually. Most of you guys are really nice and interesting and say useful things or contribute to the video as opposed to just, you know, being an idiot. But yeah, I don't use the heart. I didn't really know the difference, to be honest. And the problem is if I if I heart a message now, because I've never done it except once, then it's a slippery slope. I'm gonna have to go back through tens of thousands of comments and add a heart, and I just can't do that. It's a lot of it's a lot of favoritism if I start doing it, and yeah, it's just, I can't, guys, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll reserve them for the best comment on a video. I don't know, we'll see. It made me laugh though. DDRF said, finally a collaboration. Get it? Because the truck's the collab. Although someone corrected me and said it's probably coloss. So there'll be a colosseration, and it's just not the same, is it? Okay, so we're just going to pretend that it's pronounced collab, because otherwise this joke doesn't work, and then I'm sad. Jason Sarah? I don't know. Yeah, I can't even talk about his comment. It's just... I don't know where to start. And I don't think it's hugely appropriate for a family channel, as I keep saying. But anyway. Well done, Jason, for getting into the video, but not getting your comment talked about, except for the fact it exists. Black Trixer, I mean BLXCKTRXER. It's an interesting spelling. Anyway, he said, "Am I the only one who actually stops the engine when refueling? Lol. Laugh out loud if you're over 50. Don't be embarrassed." To be honest, I hadn't considered this, because in video games you just forget that if you were smoking on the forecourt, or if you know, dropped a cigarette, or left the engine running, you know, you're not meant to, I'll say that. I mean, the chance of you actually causing a massive explosion are quite small, but there'd be someone shouting over the tannoy at you for being a complete idiot. So, yeah. I guess you just can't let go of that safe mindset you have. Sir Bruo NL, is that short for Netherlands? Said that car... Fiat Multipla. No. It wasn't a Fiat Multipla, sadly. However, as he so correctly went on to say, chick magnet. It is a beautiful vehicle. There is no denying the aesthetic quality of the Fiat Multipla. Oh, what would I think? It's just hideous. I mean, it's practical. I can see the logic. I mean, just the bumper bump thing, and just everything about it looks awful, and yet it works. It's the car for people that want utility and are blind. Okay, that's funny. Brian Bull said, "Congratulations to Ethan." Of course, Ethan made it into the best recent YouTube comments, and now Brian has, for congratulating Ethan. So I guess if you congratulate Brian, you may also make it in as well. And obviously, Brian would love that. So, you know, guys, make that happen. V8 AMG 577 said, "What a great career. This car is beautiful, and this video made me realize how beautiful it runs." I did say, ooh, pretty. So yeah, obviously I do a lot of SnowRunner videos and racing games and stuff, but my day job is a car journalist, and I've done it for 6 years. So yeah, it's been an amazing 6 years actually. I wouldn't recommend this industry for money, because advertising is really hard right now. A lot of magazines are dying, a lot of websites are dying. So if you're into anything, you should buy the magazine and subscribe to the content, because actually there's a real danger it won't be around anymore. And that's sad. Partly because of YouTube, so everyone watching this, you're all to blame. No, I'm joking. But things transition. It's partly why I've decided to do the YouTube. I mean, I always wanted to do it, to inform and try and entertain and have fun, and do something a little different with my life. But Yeah, it's sad. It's not a good time for motoring journalists. I mean, I've heard of people who will do a review of a car for £10 to £30. I mean, that's depressing. It's a fun day out, but to be able to communicate effectively, to have driven hundreds of cars as a comparison, to do all the things you need really, to be able to tell how a car feels and translate that into work. You know, these are things that aren't necessarily easy. I'm not saying they're incredibly difficult. It's not like making a rocket, but it is sad to see such a cool industry really on its knees right now. So definitely go support all your creators. And I mean, even on YouTube you can help. Just let the adverts run, not just for me, but you know, for Doug DeMuro, the Top Gear channel, any of them really, because it just helps them make a bit more revenue, and that means they can keep all their staff. But yeah, anyway, the video he was talking about was the McLaren Senna. I mean, that day was very surreal for me. I've driven a lot of cool cars, many dream-worthy cars, but this one, I think, was very high on the list. And it was just very surreal because the other people on that exact rotation with me were the likes of Vehicle Virgins, which is a funny name, and Shmee150. You know, these are YouTubers with sort of 1 million subs plus. And then there was me, just sort of wandering around. What am I doing here? I don't know. But anyway, it was a cool car. I prefer the 600 LT, which I also did a video of. And I'd love to do more of the supercar stuff. But I guess if you guys support the channel, and if I do car videos, you give it a lot of love and you watch it, then that will enable me to ask to drive more interesting things. And that includes off-roaders. Because as I've kind of alluded to in the comments to some of you, I want to do videos of real off-roading and real off-roaders to give the channel a bit more colour. In fact, if I made more money from the channel, it'd be amazing to do some sort of real-life off-roader project car, because that's just a little bit different, you know. It'd be great to roll around in a McLaren, but I'd like to do something that sort of fits with why many of you watch the channel. I have a lot of big ideas, it's just getting to a sort of level where I can afford to do them, basically. Anyway, and the final comment in the best recent YouTube's comment video, episode 1, is, well, actually it's not a comment, it's a continuation of a comment from another video from Mitchell Phillips. We still want to know what you do for work, okay? Why do you get to drive the Sherp? No one's had any sleep because they want to know the answer, so you need to tell us all now. Consider this just a sort of gentle reminder. Okay, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of another video. I hope you've enjoyed it. There are many videos to come, so subscribe, like, share, and maybe, just maybe, your comment on this video or other videos could feature in a future best recent comments roundup. It's a prestigious event. I think you can actually put it on your CV, so you should definitely all aspire to featuring on the channel. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Take care, bye. Bonus comment, because I just found that. So a lot of people are discussing the trucks they'd like to see in SnowRunner, which is great. Caleb Foster said, an FJ Cruiser or a BJ would be nice. Oh, Caleb, you're just lowering the tone, mate. Honestly, filthy. As I keep telling you all, this is a family channel. We need to respect that, okay? So no more suggestive comments, please.